And you get the ball, get the glow ball, right? See, and you get the glow ball in your hand, and it gets hot because it's warming. Global warming. The white man is killing you through global warming. You hold that ball, you hold that glow ball, you gonna die.
I was criticized on one of my last Embracing Criticism videos. Actually, I was really taken to task by someone for making an assumption about the ethnicity of the person who left a comment. In other words, when someone leaves one of those messages like, "Hey nigger, why don't you go back to Africa and swing in the trees," and I assume that that person is white, that I'm grossly wrong for doing that. How do I know the ethnicity of this person? So I agree with them, and from henceforth I will make an adjustment to be a little more PC, a little more general, and I've worked on what I'll say. I'll phrase it like this person or people who may or may not be of Caucasian descent, but based on the nature of the comment, most likely, perhaps, possibly are of Caucasian descent. I think I've given in these Embracing Criticism videos pretty equal ethnic opportunity, and that it's been clear that often the comments that are left by people who may or may not be of African descent, but judging by the nature of the comment, more likely, perhaps possibly are of African descent, that some of those comments have been very, very negative in regards to this Cambone video. I mean, comments like, "I've never said this about a black person, but they deserve a beating. I hope they get their asses whipped by racist white boys. That'll adjust their perspective a little. A little ass whipping goes a long way." Now, I do have to say about these comments, which may or may not be left by someone of African descent, but judging by the nature of the comments, most likely, perhaps, possibly are of African descent, that at least they get that they are in the comedy category, and this is a satire. Well, at least they know I'm making fun of somebody. It's just that they happen to like the person I'm making fun of. I mean, at least they get that it is a lampoon. They just don't like it. They get that it's satire. They just think I should get my ass beat by white boys. I understand that.
Text messages, brother. Text messages are killing you because they are sent by the white man. And inside the text messages is a code. A code to kill your brother.
What I don't really get are some of the comments which I'm about to read left by people who may or may not be of Caucasian descent, but judging by the nature of the comments, most likely, perhaps, possibly are of Caucasian descent. Is this a joke or what? Blame the white man? Oh, grow up. One is responsible for his own actions, no one else. You're both fucking idiots. You should die. I'm not a racist person at all, but you just think about what you're saying before people start taking you seriously. You all whine like little girls. Whites are so unfair because the welfare checks they give me are too small, and then you post this racist crap. Wow, this makes absolutely no sense at all. Can anyone explain to me what the fuck they're saying? I get that they want to kill white people. I just couldn't understand the reasoning of how white people are the problem. How is it every time someone buys minutes, they're killing a black person?
And you text that message to your brother. Your brother picks up that phone and boom! Your brother's dead.
I mean, if you watch that and you ask yourself, Is this a realistic commentary, and they really believe that white people are blowing black people up with text messages? Or is this a sardonically performed satire lampooning the subject? You ask yourself that, and your answer is, I think that they really believe that white people are blowing black people up with text messages. Well, that would be incorrect.
Because of 250 years of subconscious, ingrained, long-standing, deep-rooted, psychological, historically incorporated, systematic, institutionalized cyberspace racism.
250 years of internet? None of us were around back then. I ain't a slave owner and you didn't suffer. Now people like you really piss me off. Maybe because all black videos are like this. People bitching. I see a black guy arguing for black rights and I think he is just pissed off at white people for holding him down, when he is holding himself down with that mindset. Blacks are paranoid. They see racism everywhere. If you're asking yourself, is this a realistic commentary, and he really believes that there was cyberspace 250 years ago? Or is this a sardonically performed satire lampooning the subject? And you go, I think he really believes that there was 250 years of cyberspace. Well, that would be incorrect.
The white man is making money off of your 100 free minutes because you want more minutes, and the more minutes you get, the more brothers you kill. That's what I'm talking about.
So you may or may not be of Caucasian descent, but if you left one of those comments and you're watching this video and you're asking yourself, is this a realistic commentary and he really thinks I'm a dense idiot for not realizing that those videos were comedic? Or is this a sardonically performed satire lampooning the whole subject? And you think, I think he really thinks I'm a dense idiot. Well, that would be correct. But judging by the nature of the comments, perhaps, most likely, possibly, maybe, somewhat, who may or may not be of African descent, but judging by the comments of the nature of the complete and utter idiots. You want to kill me and my family? You better have the skills behind you. Former Special Forces soldiers who happen to be white. Oh, this is great. Great. Former Special Forces soldier who happens to be white. I'm sorry, I just love the little tag on who happens to be white. I never said this about a black person, but they deserve a beating. I hope they get their asses whipped by racist white boys. That'll adjust their perspective a little. A little ass whipping goes a long way. I gotta write this guy. Okay, I know you hate my guts, bro, but I think you're funny as hell. A little ass whipping goes a long way. She get beat by racist white boys. That'll adjust my perspective a little. Yes, indeed it would.